Hey guys, this is Mike Kosum, counselor in Edina near Southdale Mall. I got asked this recently by somebody, so I wanted to make a quick video. They said, how do I find a good couples counselor? And I think that's a great question. There are a few things that I tell people to look for. The number one thing, though, is interventional. Is the couples counselor interventional in the sessions? What does that mean? It means that if your session is run like an individual session, but with an extra person, then what can happen is somebody vents, then the other person gets hurt and vents back, and the other person vents and gets back, vents and hits back. Then eventually you guys spiral upwards and it pops. So that's just called a fight. That's not called counseling. So what you want instead is a couples counselor that intervenes. So as somebody tries to do that, the couples counselor stops the session and says, whoa, 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 what's going on? And starts getting to the bottom of what's causing the anger. So that's a really transformative piece. When somebody can get below the anger and start talking about their hurt or their fear or their pain, and instead of just talking about anger or how the other person is doing something wrong. So that's the number one thing. Look for somebody who's interventional. Ask for, oftentimes therapists will have 15-minute consultation sessions. Take advantage of that. Get a feel for them over video, get a feel for them over phone, and you'll get a sense for how it is they're going to proceed when things do get heated. So, somebody can come in with anger. So in my sessions, people oftentimes come in with anger, and they'll come in with anger, and they'll say something like, "She did it again. She couldn't squeeze out the sponge. She just left it there, and it was moldy." And I'll say, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa! What's going on? You're so angry right now about a sponge. What's going on?" "Well, it feels like she either can't hear me or doesn't care." "Oh, doesn't care. It feels like your wife doesn't care." "Yeah, it feels like she doesn't care, or like I don't matter." "Oh, you feel like you don't matter to your wife, and that's why you're angry." "Yeah." "Okay, now we're somewhere." So when this person starts off with anger, the counselor gets an opportunity to help guide them into something that feels more connected with what the injury is. So for that person, the injury had nothing to do with the sponge, though that's what they were going to yell at, their wife for. But the hurt was actually feeling like they didn't matter. And so when you can get to that point in your couples session, then things can start to change. And that's what you want your therapist to enable. You want them to be interventional, stop the angry lobbing at each other, and then start to wonder about what's underneath. Okay? So that's the number one thing I tell people. Look for an interventional counselor. Take good care. I feel like such an old man when I start electronics these days. Hey, thanks for joining me. I'm Mike Kosum. My phone just said it has low battery, so that's what just distracted me. Sorry. Again, electronics.